Have you ever discovered your sibling had a secret life? The slam of the front door shook the whole house, and I watched my brother Luke stumble in at 3 a.m., his hoodie pulled tight, eyes darting like he'd been chased. He froze when he saw me on the stairs. "Late study group," he muttered, but his voice cracked. That should have been the first sign. The next morning, I found cash stuffed into his backpack. Not a couple bills, stacks. He brushed it off, saying he was saving from his part-time job. But here's the thing. Luke worked 10 hours a week at a pizza shop. No one makes that kind of money tossing dough. My stomach tightened, but I told myself not to overthink. 2 weeks later, our neighbor Emily whispered at a block party that she'd seen Luke sneaking into the abandoned warehouse near the train tracks. I laughed nervously, insisting she must have been mistaken. But her husband nodded. "Saw him too," he said, and people around us went quiet. I felt everyone's eyes shift to me, waiting for me to explain. My chest burned with dread. That night, I confronted him. He snapped, saying I was paranoid. But as he stormed upstairs, something clattered out of his jacket pocket. A burner phone. My hands shook when I picked it up. No contacts, no messages, just strange numbers in the call log. I still can't believe I didn't open my mouth right then. By spring, the tension in the house was unbearable. He was out every night, slipping back in at dawn, smelling of smoke and sweat. Mom asked questions, but he always had excuses. Dad's silence was worse. He stared at Luke across the dinner table like he knew more than he was saying. The breaking point came at our cousin's graduation party. The backyard was packed, music blasting, neighbors laughing, relatives clinking glasses. Luke slipped in late, hood pulled low. My uncle raised an eyebrow and muttered, "That kid's hiding something." Whispers rippled through the crowd. And then it happened. His burner phone buzzed on the picnic table. I grabbed it before he could, and the screen lit up with a name that made my blood run cold. Kingpin. The crowd hushed. My aunt gasped. Luke lunged for the phone, but I held it high. People started asking questions. "Who's Kingpin? Why do you need a second phone?" The color drained from his face. He stammered about helping a friend, but no one believed it. And that's when I realized my brother wasn't just living a double life. He was in deep with people we shouldn't even know exist. The whispers grew louder. Someone yelled to call the cops. Luke's hands trembled, and for the first time I saw fear instead of arrogance. Dad stood up, voice shaking, and demanded the truth. Luke couldn't answer. The silence was deafening until the sirens wailed in the distance. Someone had already called. I still can't believe this actually happened. Police pulled up in front of our house, flashing lights painting the whole neighborhood blue and red. Officers took Luke aside, the crowd spilling onto the street to watch. Gasps, murmurs, stunned faces. It felt like the world was ending right there on the lawn. Now, months later, whenever someone at school mentions secret lives, people smirk and glance at me. Because they all remember the night my brother's hidden world exploded in public. And they'll never forget who dialed the cops first, our own neighbor, Emily.